was. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Gen X Lounge, the bi-weekly podcast where we discuss the pop culture today and look back at the pop culture yesterday, but mostly we just shoot the shit. I am Brian. This is episode 8. And with me tonight, we got... Bolo.
Hello, in internet land.
Hi there, Bolo. And also we got... You'll not see nothing like the mighty Quinn.
What's happening, fellas?
Back from vacay.
Yep.
And also back from vacay. Everybody was on vacay.
Yeah. We got a full crew back.
I can't remember which one it is, so it's a 50-50 shot here.
I know. Here we go.
It's a 50-50. I don't know which one it is.
I know which one I'm hoping for.
All right. Which will it be? Oh! I chose correctly.
Chose wisely.
Wisely, yes.
What's going on,
Dutch
guys?
is here. What's up, Dutch?
Yeah, you got to rename that file so we know every time.
I was going to say you would think it wouldn't have the same name if that was that hard.
One says Dutch and one says Dutch 1.1, but I'm like, did I name the second one Dutch 1.1? Yeah, so I'm going to change it to right now. Nothing's going to stop Dutch.
And thus far, nothing has.
not even horrible sunburn.
No, but that was bad.
Yeah, so you went on vacation to Florida, correct?
Yes, I did.
How was that?
Absolute fucking garbage because Florida is already a garbage state. But going there in the summertime.
Sorry to all our Florida listeners.
Yes, I'm not sorry.
What part of Florida?
My grandparents, they live outside of Orlando, like towards Kissimmee.
Okay.
And because they couldn't pick a coast. Kissimmee.
Kissimmee. I call it Kissimmee.
It's called Kissimmee. It's pronounced Kissimmee.
All right.
I'm telling you.
Is that what the first people called it?
Is that what they do in Florida?
Yeah, they Kissimmee their sisters.
They kiss you, yes. Yes.
Oh man, fucking Florida.
Yeah.
Catching strays.
I know.
So my one. Well, no. Every day that I get to spend with my grandparents is a happy day, and I'm thankful for it. And I'm hoping to go back down in December between Christmas and New Year's, and see him again. But spent the day 2 weeks ago. We're recording here on June 29th. So 2 weeks ago today, I was at Clearwater Beach and enjoying myself. And unbeknownst to me, using expired sunscreen.
Oh boy.
So, and then, I had my nieces and my nephew basically hogging the umbrella, and we didn't bring a second one for some effing reason. So I'm basically standing on the beach with my back to the sun the whole time. I'm in the water with my back to the sun. I'm reapplying this shit. And thankfully it seemed to work, here on my face and shit, but on my back, no. So I went to I rented a jet ski to go out onto the, to go out a little bit, and I'm sitting there I'm riding along, and as my shirt and I had a shirt on and the life preserver, and I'm just like, God damn, this is feeling not pleasant. And by the time I got back to the middle of Florida that night, it was I was like, I got sun poisoning because I've got the chills right now, but my body is on fire.
That sunburn picture you sent was more red than I've ever seen any person that had
human being
that wasn't cooked, literally cooked.
Listen, obviously, you could probably imagine like when have any of y'all ever gotten sun poisoning before?
I had it as a teenager.
I think I may have had it once. As I've had horrifically bad sunburns, not on the level that yours was.
Where your skin is like blistering and like bubbling.
I've had the blisters before. Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually had it once also when I was when I was young, because I went to the Hellertown pool all day with no sunblock on. And as you guys can see by me, like I'm basically Michelin Man walking around in the in the sun. So that time was worse because that's when I got the flu symptoms then, and I actually had the blisters on my face.
God,
but this time I didn't get the flu symptoms, thankfully. I was just
This was your second sunburn? I have a hard time believing that.
My second sun poisoning in my life.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been sunburned a bunch of times.
Yeah, but this is like bubble. Like I said, my skin was bubbling and like and blistering all over my shoulders, chest, back. It was terrible. And so that made sleeping really uncomfortable because if I like on my back, I had to basically like it was almost like making a fort when you were a kid. Like I had to get pillows and position them just right. So I had something like soft to lay on, and it was not the best. It was not the best.
No,
I went through like, I think 3 or 4 spray cans of Solar Cane that week. So, and then when it started peeling, that was fun because I was just falling off. Pieces of me were just falling off everywhere.
Oh my God.
You're like, I'm going to save this for the skin box.
Yeah. I would make like a Bacta tank out of aloe in the bathtub or something.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, dude, I was doing aloe freaking, and actually the thing that really actually helped it was this Victoria's Secret lotion that was like really, really good. It smelled very nice too. I kind of wish I had not admitted that on the podcast. Here we are.
And then Quinn, you went to Colorado, right?
Yeah, man.
How was your little?
Oh, it was amazing. So, Delaware, I think, is one of the flattest states in the country. So it has the lowest, highest point in the country, if I'm not mistaken. So to go out to the Rocky Mountains, where there's actual mountains, was amazing. I think I was telling you guys, they're in the town that we're in. You're surrounded by mountains, and behind them are snow-capped mountains. And just in the town that we were in, there's a pillar of rock. There's houses on it. There's, but it's about 70 to 100 feet high.
Whoa.
And I was telling folks I was there with, I was like, if this was in Delaware, just this little thing, it would be the most famous thing in Delaware. There'd be restaurants around it. There'd be T-shirts. You know what I mean, with its name on it. So it was awesome, and I think I told you guys the overlooking the town, and I didn't realize this was the hotel from The Shining.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
Cool.
So
you showed us a picture, right?
yeah. So
who would guess that the Overlook Hotel was overlooking the town?
Yeah. It's called the Stanley Hotel, and there were a lot of people were saying it inspired The Shining, and Stephen King did stay there, and I don't know if he wrote it there or if he wrote it afterwards, but I picked up the book The Shining because I had actually never read it. I've seen the movie 1,000 times. I saw the miniseries.
Cool.
The miniseries was filmed at the hotel, but I got the book, and there's a preamble to the book that says this was not inspired by any hotel in the United States. There are a lot of hotels in Colorado, and this was not inspired by any of them. So I was like,
what did you think of the book?
Like, why did I buy all this merch then? What's that?
What did you think of the book? I read the book like 2 or 3 summers ago.
I'm only a little bit into it. So, I tell you what, I watched the miniseries. I don't know if you guys even knew one existed.
Yeah, the miniseries is more accurate to the book. That's got the guy from Wings. And Rebecca De Mornay.
And Rebecca De Mornay. I might have liked it better. It's got a lot of 90s cheese in it. But at the same time,
I wouldn't go that far. It's solid.
I'm telling you, dude,
for TV movie. But I mean, I love The Shining. So.
I love The Shining as well. But the difference is in The Shining, and we can talk about it later. Maybe we do a whole episode on one. But the difference in The Shining, the movie, is Nicholson's kind of a dick from the beginning.
Well, he's insane from the beginning.
Right. So it's not a big jump to where he is. And in the miniseries, Jack Torrance is kind of a family man trying to make his life better.
Yeah, in the book, it's almost like semi-autobiographical because it's about alcoholism and
it's like a big allegory for.
King was trying to kick alcoholism and
So after watching that, I was like, it didn't make me as uncomfortable as the movie did. There's no twins in it in the miniseries.
It does have the bushes that come to life, which
that's the worst part. It's
are in the book.
It's like the early days of CGI, so it looks terrible.
It's actually that. Did you watch it on the Plex? It's actually on the Plex.
The miniseries?
Yeah, the miniseries.
No. We stayed at the resort, so the resort always has those like DVDs you could rent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we watched The Shining, the movie, and we also watched the miniseries, which I didn't know existed until we were out there. But it was cool to watch the miniseries having just been in the lobby of the hotel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So, but yeah, we took a bunch of hikes up to mountains. We got a lot of great pictures. We went out there at night to see the stars because you can see the Milky Way out there because there's no light pollution. So it was amazing. And I went with my cousins who are from Florida. So shout out to Tampa. But the kids had never seen snow before. So when we're hiking up the mountain, there's like a dirty, muddy snowbank on the side, and they just run down the hill in order to start a snowball fight and play with it. And I was like, ew.
Yeah.
But dude, we saw elk, we saw prairie dogs, we saw a moose and her calf. If it's called a calf, I don't know what it's called.
It's a mooselet.
Yeah, it's a mooselet. We saw a mooselet.
A mooselet.
Yeah, that's cool.
Didn't see any bears.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. So we went, and I just got back from Puerto Rico literally Saturday night. So, which was we spent a week there, and it was hot.
Yeah,
it was very warm there. Although not as warm as it's going to be here this week. So what are you going to do? But we flew out of Wilmington. Has anyone ever flown out of Wilmington? It's not bad.
No, they got restrictions on that make it hard. You know what I mean? They're like we only fly on Sundays.
We flew out on Saturday and came back on a Saturday. It's But I mean, honestly, man, the convenience of it is crazy. Like it was 20 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
The whole airport is about the size of a terminal in a normal airport. No frills as far as the plane goes. That's for sure. No Wi-Fi. No, you can't charge your phone. There's nothing. So, but
I heard the drawback to that. I heard is there's like a lot of add-ons. Everything.
We didn't at all. I was kind of surprised. Really? Like we paid for 3 checked bags and 3 carry-ons, and everything was fine. They didn't even really like. I've seen other cheap airlines where they're like check your carry-on and be like, well, it's an inch too big, and and they didn't even look at our carry-ons. They were just, once we got through TSA, that was it. Nobody checked our carry-ons when we were boarding. It was just like, here you go, put it in the bin. So it was cool. And
nice.
Yeah, it was a one-way, no stops, just straight to Puerto Rico.
Yeah. So, I'm going to Orlando in October. I might fly out of Wilmington if the dates work out. It
was way cheaper. Like way cheaper.
Yeah. So. But the only thing is they tell you when they fly, and they don't fly every day. So you got to book your vacation around that. Yeah,
because our last day we flew home. Our flight was at 7, and the plan was like we'll just walk around Old San Juan, historic San Juan, check the forts and everything. But we had to be out of our hotel, or not our hotel. We had a Airbnb. We had to be out of there by 10 a.m. So
you have all your bags and stuff.
So we found a parking garage, and we parked, and then the plan was to just kill time till like 3:30 and then go to the airport. It was so unbelievably hot.
Gross. That
by like 2:00, everybody was like, "Fuck this! Let's just go to the airport."
Yeah.
So we were at the airport like 4 hours early, but it's fine. To me, that's fun. I don't want to have to stress when I'm at the airport. I just want to be situated and know that I'm good to go. So
I'm the same way. I don't mind waiting at an airport.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I kind of like airports, and I'd rather have the peace of mind than the
Yeah.
The anxious part trying to rush through.
That's how I feel too. I don't like anything about it. So we're on the. I do have two Brandy stories. I love her, man. Sometimes she's like in her own world. We're on the plane. Like I said, the plane is only going to Puerto Rico. So she starts talking to this lady in the seat next to her across the aisle, and the lady's like, "Oh, I have a house in Puerto Rico, so I'm going there. So I spent some time there, and I spent some time here." And she's like, "Where are you guys going?" Brandy's like, "Puerto Rico." and everybody within like a 6-row radius started laughing.
That's great.
Yeah. So then, and I know one of the days my parents saw there's lizards everywhere. So my parents come home and they're like, "We saw this huge lizard. It was probably at least 2 feet long." So we're at dinner. And I'm like, we're all sitting around talking about stuff, and I'm like, "Oh my god, my parents saw a 2-foot lizard today." And Brandy's like, "What?" And I was like, "A 2-foot lizard." She's like, "Was there something wrong with it?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?"
What's it standing up?
She was like, "How is it walking?" I was like, not a 2-footed lizard, a 2-foot long lizard. That's my Puerto Rico story. But yeah, so it was fun. It was a good time. We went on we did a catamaran thing where they take you out to a coral reef, and they're like, you can snorkel, and you put your head under the water. You're like, you're 20. It's about 20 feet deep, so you put your head under the water, and it is like what you see doesn't compute because it's
right.
Because you don't see it until you stick. And I mean, you only have to put your face in the water. You don't have to dive down,
Yeah.
It's just like, what in the fuck am I looking at? It's like this whole other like world underneath you. It's so crazy. So
yeah, I'm not ever doing that, but yeah, thanks.
Yeah, it was cool though. Well, I wore the floaty thing. I'm like, man, I cannot swim. So yeah.
I can swim. I don't want to put myself back in the food chain. You know what I mean? So I'm not. Yeah. I'm not doing the ocean.
I'm telling you, the ocean is even that. It wasn't really rough, but just the tide and the movement and everything. I'm like, dude, I would last 5 minutes out in open water before I was dead. Like, maybe not even 5 minutes.
You just give up.
Yeah.
This is impossible.
Yeah. I had a good run. So anyway, now that we're all back on vacation, we should be back to normal.
Bolo, where were you?
Bolo,
I didn't go anywhere. I wasn't on vacation.
Bolo went to Delaware.
Well, okay.
Yeah, Bolo didn't go nowhere. But
he's been waiting for us to come back.
He did go
exactly.
He did go to the movies, which we all did. So we are going to talk about Supergirl, which 3 of the 4 of us have seen. Plus a bunch of other stuff. But I do have a little bit of news, so we'll do some news first. I've had this one for at least 2 Dutch, it's been like 2 episodes since you've been on. I've had this since I've been holding this for you to be on.
Okay.
And this bit of news is that Zack Snyder is remaking.
Oh, what the fuck?
is remaking Escape from New York, and I just wanted to know how the panel felt about that, specifically you, Dutch.
I don't think anybody should be fucking remaking Escape from New York, to be very honest with you. Just no.
Do you have a deep attachment to Escape from New York?
I mean, I'm a big John Carpenter fan, as you may know, and yes, I actually love that fucking movie, and I'd rather see a goddamn 3rd sequel with Kurt Russell in it than I would a remake.
Kurt Russell could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, old Snake Plissken, whatever.
Yeah. Old Snake Plissken would be cool. I feel like that's one of those. I feel like there's certain movies that just don't need to be remade, and I feel like that's one of them. And I can't think of a worse person to do it than Zack Snyder. So, but yeah, hey, cool. And then a little bit of music news, and this is more personal, but whatever. Faith No More has announced that they're touring once again in 2027, which is a pretty big deal. They originally their last scheduled tour was right when COVID started. Me and Quinn had tickets to that, and it was canceled. And then there seemed to have been a falling out between lead singer Mike Patton and the rest of the band, but and that seems to have been up to as recently as like a few months ago. But I guess everything's good now and not ruined.
The need for money solves a lot of problems.
Yeah. But I'm pretty psyched, and honestly, that'll be it for them. They will never tour again after this.
No.
I mean, I saw an interview with Billy Gould, and he was basically saying like we're still old enough and in good enough shape to do it. So, yeah.
How many times have you seen them?
5, maybe 6.
You have to have seen them more than me, and I've seen them at least 4 times.
Yeah, I think every time I've seen them was with you, except for one time.
Okay.
So yeah, I think this will be like my 6th time. Because I am definitely going to see them. Yeah, because I mean, again, I think this will be it for them. So
yeah, probably.
So, and then in other music related news, and this is more for Josie, my daughter, Olivia Rodrigo set the record for a female artist. Her first 3 albums all debuted at #1. So good for her. And we listened to her new album an awful lot over my vacation, and it's actually pretty good.
So, I was going to say, you've been crowing about it on Facebook.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm not going to lie. So, yeah, there you go. Any other news that I missed? I know we had a death.
Lots of that.
Just one?
Just one.
That's probably good, considering our record.
I know.
Is it Clive, the Clive guy, the music mogul?
Clive Davis, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that is since the last episode, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, I was thinking of the actress who was the voice of Lilo from Lilo and Stitch, and she was in Spirited Away and Dutch. You should remember her name because you sent me that thing.
It was Davy Chase.
Yes, thank you, because I totally was blanking. But yeah, that's terrible, man. Died. She was young. What was she? 35, something
35,
like that.
Yeah.
35. Whoa.
Yeah. Died of AIDS, which is fucking insane in the year of 2026.
Where Magic Johnson has lived for 90 years since he got it.
Well, she was
Magic
homeless and living in a tent, So
that's fucking tragic. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
it's crazy.
And Bolo,
she had millions in residuals.
Magic only has HIV, by the way.
Oh, he doesn't have full-blown AIDS?
No,
he'd be dead if he had that.
Yeah, AIDS. Once you have AIDS, there's no. I don't think they can do anything really medically once HIV has turned to full-blown AIDS. I
don't think I've heard anything about AIDS for the last 10 years.
Forever, yeah. All right, yeah. Because if you have HIV and you get it treated, it'll never turn into AIDS.
Right.
You just have to get it treated. Which is crazy when you think about AIDS when we were.
Yeah, the terror we were all in as kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, damn, Quinn. Speaking of terror, the Phillies are currently beating the Pirates 5-0 in the
tracks.
3rd inning. Holy shit.
That tracks.
Yeah. That's brutal.
Me and Quinn are going to see the Pirates tomorrow night.
That's true.
Nice.
Yeah, we got good tickets, good seats, right? Like these will be the best seats I've ever had for a baseball game. So
is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're third base line. I think they're right off at third base. Probably, I don't know.
It's like 14 rows back or something.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that.
Yeah.
So, they do have netting down there, which blocks your view a little bit.
Yeah, but it also blocks you from getting killed.
That's true. That's the that's the benefit.
Not all the way. I almost got killed by an Aaron Judge foul ball that I wasn't watching, and it zipped right by my head.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm kind of pissed. I was turned around talking to a friend of mine because I could have maybe used my beer cup to catch it.
What are your thoughts on grown men who take baseball gloves to games.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I
No?
mean, because it's better than barehanding a ball, but
Well,
I don't
yeah.
know. It's like, well, I guess it comes down to, would you keep a home run ball or would you give it to a kid?
To me,
I
it
would,
depends.
I would give it to a kid, unless it was like,
Yeah, I'm gonna say, like,
unless it was going to give me a
no, dude.
if it was
Aaron
a
Judge,
record-setting ball or something.
I am sorry, but if Aaron Judge hits a fucking home run and I catch that home run, that ball's coming home with me. I'm sorry,
it's
but
your
that's
prerogative. You caught it. Nobody
the way it
can
is.
blame you. Yeah. Now, if you were on camera ripping out of a kid's hand, as has happened, happened many times, not to you specifically, but has happened many times. Many times, Dutch has ripped balls out of kids' hands. You don't even know.
God damn you!
He's been banned from multiple stadiums.
Dude, people are gonna think you're serious. Stop it!
Pummeling young children and taking their baseball.
What's wrong with you? Stop it!
And eating their ice cream.
Now the only thing I have is this right here, which I may have shown you before. This is a Phillies batting practice ball, legitimately.
Nice. You get that at Clearwater?
No, actually at Citizens Bank Park.
How about that?
Yeah, my first time around with PBS back in, I think it was either 18 or 19. We were down there. My former coworker had a show and he was interviewing like one of the guys who covers in the press box. So like we went down to shoot like B-roll and stuff, and we were actually down on the field behind home plate filming batting practice. It was against, I think, the Tigers, because I think Miguel Cabrera was standing like 15 feet away from me. I'm like, that guy's fucking huge. And no, this just came rolling over, and I went to pick it up and throw it, and nobody was looking for it, so I just put it in my pocket.
Nice. Hey.
There you go.
And also Charlie Manuel used the urinal next to me at that time.
There. Well,
You get a souvenir from that?
Yeah,
No.
Did you take the urinal cake out when he was done? Put it in a baggie.
No, I didn't say hi to him until we were washing our hands. He was a very
That's
nice
probably
guy.
for the best. It'd be weird to be like, hey, Charlie, how's it going?
Hey,
He
you got
probably
the
would've
World
talked to your ear
Series?
off.
You got the World Series ring on, man? What?
Yeah. Oh God. All right, let's do some trailers.
Coming soon to a theater near you.
We got some DC trailers. We got a trailer for Knightfall trilogy. Looks good enough. This is going, obviously, it'll be streaming, which is the story of Knightfall. It's like the art style's fairly consistent with the.
Which I'm very happy about, because when they redid the Death of Superman, they based it on the New 52, and I was just not happy about that.
Yeah, I feel like if you're going to do these animated things that are based on a comic, the best plan to do that is to base it off of how the comic looked. And comics, all depending on who's drawing the comic, all look differently. For your non-comic book people, Knightfall is the story of Bane breaking Batman's back after he releases all of the criminals in Arkham Asylum, and then Batman is replaced by a complete lunatic.
Psycho.
Yeah.
Jean-Paul Valley.
Yes.
Azrael.
Yeah.
Jean-Paul Valley. Come on, man.
That's
Come
right.
on. You're better than this.
My bad.
And part of that, the back breaking stuff in Bane was kind of done in The Dark Knight Rises. They took some parts of that for that movie, but when I read that in the 90s, I thought that was a really good story. I don't know how well it holds up as a story now, but
I love it. So
yeah,
it's one of my favorite Batman stories of all time. But again, it hit me as a young kid. Within it, that and the Death of Superman hit within a year of each other. So that was like two gigantic fucking 90s comic events.
Yeah, they were both pretty big deals. And that did lead to one of my favorite Batman runs, which is when Dick Grayson takes over as Batman.
Yeah.
For a little while, which I thought was really cool. And then it led into A Night in Bloodhaven, which was like the Nightwing, where he kind of adopts his own city, which is called Bloodhaven, which is right next to Gotham. I was a big Nightwing fan there for a little while, but yeah, that's cool. And then also I saw they're doing a Absolute Batman animated show as well. So that's
I haven't been following that, but everything I see,
haven't either.
It seems like it's on steroids. I'm not. You know what I mean?
Well, it's something like Darkseid created a universe where all the superheroes have some sort of handicap. So like Bruce Wayne is not rich in this universe, but he is a giant man. So,
yeah, he's like a gorilla. It's
so I don't know. All of the characters are over. The villains are
like oversized. Everybody looks like they're monstrous.
Yeah. So I have not read any of that, but I'll definitely check that out because I am curious about it, but I'm not curious enough to
I've seen a ton of comments where like all the villains are really terrifying and all that.
Yeah. So,
but I haven't even looked at a page.
Yeah.
And then, but there was there's also a crypto dog animated series coming out as well that I saw. I just saw that today. So, and then we got a trailer for Werewolf. Yeah, Werewolf. Which is the follow up to Nosferatu, Robert Eggers' last movie, and it looks pretty good. It comes out Christmas Day. It looks very Christmassy, for sure.
Yeah,
it's a good trailer. It's spooky. The trailer for Nosferatu was great.
Yeah.
As well. So like it, and that's what the imagery in Nosferatu is what made that movie good. So
some of the same actors, Willem Dafoe is in this.
Yeah.
Aaron Taylor Johnson is in this. And it's that same Robert Eggers does a historical horror thing. They're all talking in whatever century English there, and it looks good. It looks like it's probably going to be pretty gory, and
it looks pretty terrifying.
It's dark, and there's cults or witches or something, and it's
and
it's good. I mean, but Aaron Taylor Johnson's got to be tired of those roles, right?
I don't know. I mean, he's done
he looks like a beast. He looks like an animal, just like in Craven, what was the other one? He was in the.
Well, he was in Nosferatu as the love interest, and I guess maybe Robert Eggers has like his little group of actors that he likes to stick with. So I'll see that in the theater. I really enjoyed Nosferatu. I think I enjoyed Nosferatu so much because I saw it in the theater.
Same. I liked it a lot. It does not break any new ground. I think we talked about it before. Like if you know the Dracula legend, it is beat by beat for the most part.
Yeah. And like I was fine. I'm fine never seeing it again. I really and I liked it. And I'm glad I think
but the imagery is wild in it. It's worth seeing.
Yeah, and seeing it on a big screen because that really enhanced it. Like I think if I had seen it in my living room, I wouldn't have felt the same way as I did seeing it in the theater.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so and then we got a trailer for Spider-Man, which dropped last week.
Be careful, gentlemen.
Quinn did not watch it, so we'll try to keep it spoiler free.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks good. This could potentially be the best of the Tom Holland Spideys, I think.
I don't think that's a huge bar to clear. You know what I mean? Like all those movies are enjoyable, but not. I don't know. You know what I mean? They're not the one I would point to. No, I mean, No Way Home. I love seeing the other two. Like that had a lot going for it outside of Tom Holland, but he really hasn't. I don't think he's really established himself as a great character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, his Spider-Man sort of. He's not the best Peter Parker, and he's not the best Spider-Man.
Yeah,
he's perfectly serviceable as both, but like honestly, Andrew Garfield was a much better Spider-Man.
I think he was the best in costume by far because he was very natural in costume. His banter, his really just his movements. He just seemed
pitch perfect.
Yeah. His Peter Parker, I thought, was not great. Probably the worst, worst of the three.
He was too cool. Yeah.
Well, he was just like counterculture. He was like, skater.
Yeah.
I don't know. He was not a dork, and yeah, he was smart, but he wasn't like into science. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He didn't like love it.
Yeah. Exactly.
So yeah, and Tobey Maguire for all his like he was perfectly awkward. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, but
those movies held up. But yeah, I mean, when I know you don't want to deal with spoilers, so we won't get too into it. But I mean, everything in this trailer, it looks pretty good. I still have no idea who the main villain is. It's definitely not revealed in any way, shape, or form. So, yeah, I don't know. Dutch, are you frozen? Oh no, okay, he blinked.
I told you, dude. I'm like shit's going wrong with my computer, man.
Uh-oh.
Or at least my stream.
Hang on. Let's try something. All right. And the last, well, I didn't send you the trailer, but a trailer for the movie called Run, Hide, Fight, Infidels has come out. And if you don't know what that is, well, this would be Jonathan Majors' comeback movie, produced by the Daily Wire. And I didn't send you the trailer because I didn't want to give the Daily Wire any, because that's Ben Shapiro's thing. But I will read you the plot synopsis as it may be. When radical Islamic terrorists hijack a liberal college's pro-Palestine encampment to enforce barbaric Sharia law on students and execute infidels in a makeshift caliphate, a ragtag band of red-blooded students and a security guard tired of, quote, Uncle Tom smears and a Delta Force vet must arm up to save their clueless peers and keep America from surrendering to the enemy on its own soil. Way to go, Jonathan Majors. You went from...
hey, that man needs money. He needs a paycheck. I'm not mad at him.
You went from being the main villain in the Marvel Cinematic Universe to whatever the fuck that is. So...
to Steven Seagal territory.
Yeah.
Late stage Steven Seagal.
The Gina Carano territory.
Oh god.
It's unreal, man. So
wow. That movie sounds good.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm sure it'll be streaming within a week of release. So all right.
I just want to hear the dialogue.
I'm sure it'll be the word woke will be bandied about quite a bit.
Yeah.
So, speaking of woke, we got to talk about Supergirl. But before we do that, we should probably talk about some of the other stuff we've been watching. So let's do that.
Okay.
And now, our feature presentation.
Supergirl wasn't woke. Dutch, are you all right? You look concerned. Is there smoke?
I'm just wondering why the fuck you ain't talked about Mel Brooks turning 100 years old.
Hey,
what the hell? What kind of podcast is this?
It's a weird thing to pout about, but yeah.
Well, condolences to Mel Brooks' family. I'm sure we'll discuss him further next episode.
Well, we have one person to blame if that happens.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh, fuck.
Jesus Christ. I swear to God.
That's why you get it done now.
Yeah.
Brian was trying to protect his elders, and Dutch just went and screwed it up.
Protect that man. He's a national treasure.
Yes, he is.
At least they didn't Betty White him, thank God.
You might have.
You might have.
No, he's already 100. He turned 100.
Oh, that's right. He turned 100.
Yesterday. He turned 100 yesterday.
You're right.
You're just making it worse.
Happy 100th birthday, Mel Brooks.
That's it. One of the greatest comedy fucking dudes of all time. We're going to just be like...
next year for his 101st, we'll have a whole...
Oh, my God.
It'll be the Mel Brooks extravaganza.
Worst pop culture podcast of all time.
We're going to do a podcast on Blazing Saddles.
Oh, God. Well, that's all you, Bolo. Seriously.
The sheriff is new.
Yeah. Oh God. Did I play the feature presentation thing yet? I don't even remember.
Yes,
I
you
think
did.
so.
You did, yes. you
Then
did.
I'm gonna play it again. I'm gonna play the other one.
And now we're pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
Any other birthdays I forgot before we move on?
Ah.
All right. So stuff we've been watching. Dutch and Quinn, you have not been on in a while. So Dutch, you want what anything of note that you have watched other than obviously Supergirl? Oh wait, Dutch, you saw Disclosure Day, and I think, unless I'm
I
mistaken,
did.
you're the only one of us that saw it.
Correct.
So I would love your thoughts.
Well, I saw it twice, and geez, it feels like it's been forever. Holy crap! Yeah, went to see it twice when I was in South Carolina on my way to Florida, and I loved it. Loved the movie. Have issues with it. I don't know how much you want me to get into it. I mean, if you guys are still
maybe got
trying to
time.
sit-
Yeah.
There's a couple grievances I had with it, mostly in the technical realm. I think that when I look at like the way people sort of are judging the movie and like giving it negative reviews, they tend to either fall into one of three categories, and that is people who just fucking hate Steven Spielberg and think it's cool to trash Steven Spielberg and think that makes them interesting. It doesn't. Spoiler alert. Two, people who expected it to be Close Encounters of the Third Kind or a sequel to Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I don't know why you would fucking expect that. Like, and three, there are legitimately people who thought that this movie, Spielberg was going to actually show real government footage
Aliens?
of aliens, and that's how the government was going to put it all out there through this movie. I kid you not. That is a real thing.
Well,
So you know what? I enjoyed it very much for what it was. It's more of a thriller. Everybody's kind of like, or blah, blah, like they're upset because they thought there would be more with aliens. Like there's plenty of like alien presence in the film, but it's more of like a, like I said, it's more of like a chase and a thriller film. And, Emily Blunt is awesome. She is so freaking good in this movie.
I love her.
And
She's great.
I think
She's
she's
so
good in everything.
dude. She's so much fun to watch. She's basically like, and I know I just said you shouldn't go in expecting Close Encounters of the Third Kind. She's on the surface. She's kind of almost like Richard Dreyfuss's character Roy Neary from Close Encounters, but only like I said, they have like one or two maybe like sort of things in common. Again, it's hard for me to really like tell you the differences and go into all that without spoiling stuff. But bottom line is like I really like it, and Spielberg rocks. And it was no, not gonna go there. Not gonna go there. We've got plenty of scores coming from John Williams. He's not done yet. No, I loved John Williams's 30th score for Spielberg, and at 94 years old, the music is present. It's there. It's not as overt as some of his scores that he's written in the past, but it also didn't really need to be. And I enjoyed it. It was a good time at the movies, and yeah, I love Steven Spielberg, so it's kind of like. I don't know. Like I feel like the vast majority of negative things that I've heard people say about this have been with those three expectations. And then I know some people who are also kind of just like, oh, this didn't work for me or that. And it's kind of like, all right, that's cool. At least it's like you can articulate that like a normal person. But I enjoyed it. Really did.
How many Van Helsings?
How does our scale work again? The more Van Helsings, the better.
Yeah,
the less.
more is good.
Out of 10.
I would give Disclosure Day probably 7.5 or 8 Van Helsings out of 10.
Nice.
It was not a movie I was ever bored with. I liked what it was sort of trying to do, and my only issues If you guys really, well, I can actually tell you the issues I have with it because they're in the trailer. If you really want to know.
Yeah.
Sure.
Number one, for some fucking reason, we just cannot do animals in CGI and have them look real unless it's Crypto the Superdog. Because Crypto, that was one great thing about Supergirl, was that Crypto looks like a real dog.
It really does.
But like the animals that you see in Disclosure Day, and if you watch the movie, you'll find out what role they play. They are all CGI, and they just do not look.
Yeah, just in the commercial, they look like the Polar Express. You know what I mean? They seem really cartoony.
That, and I really, really did not. I'm like, why are we doing the J.J. Abrams lens flare thing like this? It felt like a movie that, like, I think Steve Rifle, one of his criticisms of it was that he said it felt like a movie that should have came out in like 2010. And I don't think that's entirely out. I don't think that's I think that has a little bit of merit because, like I said, you have all the lens flare and shit like that. That was kind of all the rage at that time. And I don't like that, especially in a Spielberg movie. So it's kind of like that bothered me a little bit, that sort of having that look to it. And I think another thing people were kind of put off by was it still is it's an optimistic movie, which Spielberg is really apt to do. And they're like, it's so unrealistic for the time we live in. And I'm thinking, like, I walk into a movie theater so I can forget about the time that we live in. And I'd like a movie that's a little bit optimistic and kind of that sort of thing. So
yeah,
that's the most,
he's kind of, I mean, he's an older guy. He's probably kind of set in his ways about certain things, and he's going to make the style of movie that he makes. And
I haven't seen any bad reviews of it. I would just describe it as lukewarm. Like the folks that I saw that gave, critical reviews were more along the lines of they expected more from Spielberg, and this movie seemed like more personal to him and less for the audience. And they didn't. They had a hard time staying along for the ride. But I still want to see it. I think it looks good. And I like Steven Spielberg. Hearing him talk about the movie makes me excited to see it.
Yeah, I'll definitely see it as soon as it hits streaming.
Yeah.
So
I love Emily Blunt.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, I think you guys would. I think you guys would all probably enjoy it moderately, if not as much as I did. I'd be surprised.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised
if it's terrible.
I'll fuck you up, man.
How about you, Quinn? Anything of note for you?
Yeah, man. In the theater, I saw Obsession. Have you guys even heard about that movie?
I wanted.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So this is another, along with Back Rooms. It's one of those. It's a movie where the director's in their 20s. Yeah. And I have thoughts on it. Like, it's a big hit. People love it. It's a horror movie. The premise of the movie is the plot. Like, the premise is this guy essentially makes a wish that the girl he likes falls in love with him. And I think the exact wish is something like, I wish she loved me more than anything else in the world. And, of course, his wish comes true with horrific consequences, but
horrific caveats.
Well, see, here's the thing. Like, I think this is one of those movies, and Brian knows me pretty well. This is a movie that's not for me because there's a lot of cringe in it, where the whole movie is cringe, and I can't, like, it makes my skin crawl. Because the guy is, in the beginning, is friend zoned pretty hard, and he, like, his whole character it acts like a friend zone guy, which is cringe in itself, and it's that throughout, and there's a lot of cringe throughout the movie. That said, the performances are very good, particularly the main girl, and I apologize because I don't know any of their names. None of them are stars.
Indy Navarrete.
Yeah, the girl, she's from Superman and Lois.
Yep, yeah.
I was going to say, you tell me. I've never seen any of them before. But she's very good in it, although her part is pretty obvious. Does that make sense? Like, she's got, it's like they clearly said, all right, act insane, go. and she does a good job about it. There's the main lead's best friend is very funny. He gives off like a more of a preppy Foggy Nelson vibe. You know what I mean? So, and has a lot of funny lines. But the whole situation is cringy. The main lead guy is cringy. So I was uncomfortable throughout. It does have some jump scares a little bit that were good. I can imagine, teenagers really getting into this movie.
Yeah, my daughter wanted to see it, and I was like, I don't think
I would not suggest that.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, the memes have been generational from this fucking thing.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think so. We did, you weren't on last episode, but we did go see Back Rooms.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, but and I reviewed it then, so I won't rehash it. But yeah, I was fine with Back Rooms, but I was like, I don't think this is Back Rooms is an R-rated movie that I was like, this is fine for a 14-year-old, but I don't think Obsession would have been. From what I've read and from what you said, yeah, maybe when she's older, but
yeah, it's not for her age. No.
Yeah. And then, did you finish Widow's Bay? Because
I did finish Widow's Bay.
That is the show that you introduced all of us to.
Yes.
And then I in the last episode that we recorded, David was on, and he had never even heard of it, and he texted me today that he finished it already. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, and Bolo, you also finished it, right?
I finished it. I really enjoyed it,
or don't really care about it. So. Honestly, this will be a spoiler-free review because I don't think there's a lot to spoil anyway. So
no.
But what did you think from beginning to end?
Overall, I thought it was a great first season. I did think it ended kind of on a calm note. Like there's nothing monumental in the last couple episodes. And I shouldn't say that because there's revelations of in those episodes, but. As far as standalone episodes, I thought they were weaker than the ones leading up to it. Did we lose Dutch?
Nah,
he said he'll be right back.
Okay. I think I agree with you. I think the last two episodes didn't hold the standard of the rest of the show.
Right. But at the same time,
they were still good.
At the same time, yeah, there's these little comments that make you laugh. You know what I mean? The way they react to potentially horrible things, with either sarcasm or just like this flippancy that makes me laugh every time. And I heard, and I'll probably get the story wrong, but I heard that the lady that created the show has been trying to pitch this show for like 20 years, 15 or 20 years. Huh. And she couldn't get anybody to take it. And then she became a writer or a pretty major player on Parks and Recreation, which was a huge hit. And that gave her the cachet to finally market, this show.
Yeah.
So all the acting in it is great. I really, really love the sense of humor, which is at times dry, at times like subtle or sometimes, slapstick. It's not a comedy. That's
but it lends itself to actually get there a little bit without pushing that envelope.
Yeah, but just like the little things where like something crazy will happen right in front of a character, and they'll just kind of shrug and point at it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like whatever, that's going on right there.
Yeah. I really liked it a lot.
I'm very glad that it didn't end on this is a completed thing, that it's going to lead into a second season, because give me more of this. I think it looks, it's a good show.
But even if it didn't have another season, which it's already been renewed, it would still be a satisfying enough ending.
It would. I would just be sad that it was.
I just would want more. Yeah.
Yeah, no more. It's really good. So that's two for me this year that shows that I really, really liked, because I loved Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I thought that was great. And now Widow's Bay, I really liked that.
Yeah. What was your favorite episode, do you think? Mine, if I had to guess, the stuff it's done, it's so crazy. It did that whole episode that was essentially a flashback, and it was like a period piece horror movie, and it did it so good.
Yeah,
and then it did a slasher movie episode, which is so good.
That was great.
When she ran into that house with the girls playing whatever.
That's funny.
She's a great character. I love her, dude.
She's probably the breakout character on the show. I would say she's great from the first episode on, and she doesn't like you wouldn't even know she's going to be a bigger part of the show after the first episode. She's just like the secretary.
Yeah,
but she's great. But the probably the hotel episode I enjoyed the most. I know that was early in the season.
That was really good. Her, it's tough for me. It's either the serial killer one.
That one's great. The slasher one is great.
Or the one where she throws the party. What the hell is her name? Is it Patty? But where she throws the party. And
yeah.
both of those are centered on her, both those episodes, and they're both so good. And the one where she throws the party is one of those ones where when you think back on all of the little comments that are being made prior to the reveal that her party's horrifying, and it's not horrifying because it's cringy, it's horrifying because like she's chopping up animals when she thinks she's making fruit salad and it shows you she's making fruit salad, and then it flashes back later and she's chopping heads off birds. It's just so crazy.
And then she has that headdress on too.
But all up until that point, it just looks like she's wearing just a cheesy like prom tiara.
But there's a really cool subliminal moment in that where, and we might have talked about it, where the camera is on her and she's dancing in front of the crowd,
and everybody's faces are
one person's face in the crowd is like zombified.
It's
just for a split second.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had the episode with the hag. You know what I mean? Like there's so many good. It's like they wanted to touch on every little part of the horror genre.
And do it well. That's the funny thing too, because again, with that horror, with the serial killer, the slasher, the Michael Myers type guy, they did so good in a 45-minute episode. Yeah, where they just took all of the stuff and it was so well done.
I never really watched like American Horror Story, but this is done so well. Like I feel like that was more horror than that. I was never really into that show, but it was more horror focused. This is like a lighter version of that. But to your point, they do everything well, and it does have scares in it.
Yeah.
So
they did even the small things like the way shots are framed.
Yeah.
Everything is just so well done.
Matthew Reese is great. Matthew Reese is great as the lead.
Yeah. Highly recommend, dude. Everybody should be watching that show. And I feel like since you originally brought it up, I've seen more and more and more and more positive.
Yeah, I feel like it's catching on.
It's definitely caught on.
Yeah. It's like a big thing now.
Yeah. So, and then I think Bolo, anything for you other than obviously Supergirl, but anything else of note?
Nothing else of note, no.
Well, no, there's one thing, but I think all of us watched it, except maybe Dutch again, and that would be Spider Noir. Did you?
Spider Noir.
You watched all of it, right?
All of it. Yep. I'm all caught up.
Yeah, Quinn, where were you in that?
I watched episode 1. That's it. That's right.
Okay. Well,
however,
we won't spoil it.
I loved episode 1.
Dude, it has no business being as good as it is.
It's ridiculous. I think I said that in the text.
It's completely ridiculous.
It's a bananas idea.
Yeah.
It's a stupid character. The casting is insane.
Yeah.
And
it works.
But somehow it's good.
It works on every level. It's so good.
Yeah. It only gets better. That's the thing. Like
you're sucked in immediately.
Yeah. And the thing I liked about it more than anything else, it's not a superhero show, even though he's got Spider-Man powers, essentially, for all intents and purposes. He is essentially Spider-Man. First and foremost, it's just a detective show. And Nick Cage is just he takes it to such an extreme that it's so good. It has no business being as good as when you finish it. We'll have to do a full breakdown of it.
Okay, Brian, you're going in and out.
Am I?
For me, I don't know if anybody's. You went all robot.
Roboto.
Spider-Man or Spider Noir is actually it's fantastic. I really enjoyed it every episode. I watched 6 out of 8 episodes in black and white, And then 7 and 8, I watched in color. And then I was like, I'm glad I watched most of it in black and white. I think that's the way for me it should be intended because of the period that it's in. So it worked out really well. The one of the character, I guess the black guy, the reporter,
Mhm.
He's great, man.
he's really good, and is like in the see it in color, like his suits, all
Yeah.
that popped. I was
Yeah.
just like, oh, I get it.
He's the guy from he was on like New Girl, right? Isn't that the
I
guy
think so,
from New?
yes.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I
That's
watched
a-
the first
that's a-
one in color. It gives you the option of watching color or black and white, and
Yeah,
I watched it.
all. I watched it all in color.
Yeah.
So it's really good. Oh, the Pirates have tied the game.
I
Jesus
see that.
Christ.
Uh-oh.
That's what I get for gloating.
Karma.
Yeah. Oh well. All right. You know what I did? I went down a 30 for 30 rabbit hole for some strange reason. I don't know why.
I look because they're so good.
They're so good, man.
Every
Well, I do
single
know
one
why.
of them
It's
is
because-
riveting.
It was because I watched the Philly special one.
Okay.
But then I watched all of the boxing ones. And they're all so good, man. The Tommy Morrison one is so good, man, and sad. Oh my god, the Chasing Tyson, the Evander Holyfield one, is fucking great.
Mhm.
The Buster Douglas one is where the talks about the Tyson Douglas fight.
I've seen the Buster Douglas one. Yeah.
So good, man. Oh my god, it's so good.
I love the ones on like the NFL drafts of the past, the 30 for 30. They're so great.
Well, the thing that stood out to me as I watched all those boxing ones is that how popular and like in the public consciousness boxing was up until like 15 or 20 years ago, where now I couldn't tell you who the heavyweight champion of the world is right now. And
well, I think I think because of do you think because of the popularity of UFC kind of almost like took that audience?
I don't know.
I think so.
I mean, probably.
I don't know. It was.
I couldn't tell you who a UFC champion is either. Right? Yeah. You know, I feel like there was definitely a time up until the early 2000s where everyone knew who the heavyweight champion.
Yeah,
was.
like non-sports fans would know,
Yeah,
just like
you
the
knew
way they know
that
Tiger
guy.
Woods, and yeah.
And everybody knew like the stars. Everybody knew who Sugar Ray Leonard was.
Yeah, Marvin
You know what I
Hagler,
mean?
Tommy
Everybody knew who
Hearns.
Marvin Hagler- Yeah. So and it was mainstream in a way that it's just now they've taken the lead. Fuck. It was mainstream in a way that just it'll never get back to that again. And but I don't know. And it's just I loved boxing all through middle school and high school and college. And
Same.
it's just a shame that it's not that, and the personalities aren't there anymore either, which is part of it.
Well, I was gonna just say, do you think there was maybe like a Tyson effect, the way like Jordan had affected basketball in the '90s? Like
maybe, but even before Tyson, I mean, you had Ali, you had Foreman, you had Leonard, you had Marvin Hagler, you had all those guys. So
was it just like no stars after Tyson that killed it? You know what I mean? And then the rise of UFC.
Yeah, I mean, Lennox Lewis was the last big name. Probably that. I mean, if you're in, Tyson Fury and all that, but those guys aren't mainstream guys, like they were. So,
but you remember, it's like the last big hurrah that I can remember is George Foreman's retirement tour. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where he came out of retirement and started boxing again. That's the last time.
Everybody up.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, you still have your names, but they're not the heavyweights. Like you have Pacquiao is still the famous name, and what's his face?
Exactly. You're proving my point.
Well, no, that's my me just getting senile. But the guy that's all defense, I can't put Mayweather.
Yeah, but he hasn't fought. But I mean, Mayweather hasn't fought legitimately, and
no. And neither's Pacquiao, has he? Isn't he like 60 years old?
Yeah, that's what I mean. So,
but what I'm saying is, like, there were names that still persisted on, but you're right. It didn't. They're not on the cover of Sports Illustrated like every week like they were.
Yeah, exactly.
They weren't in the national consciousness like they're not like in the national consciousness like they were.
Yeah. I mean, Holyfield, was a pretty pop. It's 8-5 now. What the fuck? Holyfield was a pretty.
That's your karma, bro.
Yeah.
Talking that trash.
The Holyfield
Pirates
one
have
was
no
really
closer,
good.
so I'm not going to gloat yet.
Yeah, it's only the 5th inning too. The Holyfield one was really good. Holyfield was my favorite boxer, even more than Tyson. I loved Holyfield.
Actually, same. He was my favorite.
And I always said, even in Tyson's prime, I always said if Holyfield will beat him.
Yeah.
And so the Chasing Tyson one, which was all about Holyfield, was really good. And Tyson, at the end of that, they interview him, and he's like, say what you want about the guy, but at the end of the day, when you talk about all of the heavyweight legends of that era, he beat all of us. And he's, you know what I mean? He's right. He did. So,
wait a minute. Holyfield lost against Lennox Lewis.
Holyfield never fought Lennox Lewis.
I thought they did.
No. Nope.
You might want to look that up. I think he did.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think they might have. I think he
they
might
did.
be right on that.
I'm almost positive they did, and Evander lost.
Well, they might have fought more than once.
No, he fought Riddick Bowe more than once.
He fought
okay, maybe that's who I'm thinking of.
He lost to what was the guy's name? No, he beat Burt Cooper. I'm sorry.
I forget what comedian it was, but
he lost to James Toney.
I know. I saw it. I watched it.
Holyfield and Lewis fought twice, dude.
Oh yeah, you're right. They did. The first one was a draw, and the second one was a decision. So, but
Lennox Lewis won by unanimous decision.
Yeah.
Second.
There you go, Bolo.
Yeah, Lennox Lewis was fun.
And I thought they fought once.
Lennox Lewis was awesome, though. I mean, he was another one that was a great heavyweight. So, and honestly,
I just remember
he was the late great. In my opinion, Lennox Lewis was the last great heavyweight champion. He was so good.
Yeah, here's the thing. I would argue if Tyson met Evander before prison, that would have been a different outcome.
I don't think so.
I don't know. Maybe.
I think so.
I think Holyfield's style was just too.
Holyfield was a boxer. It was a lesson.
Yeah.
So. And when I was going to say, when I just remember a comedian, I forget who it was, but it was talking about that first fight between Tyson and Holyfield, where Tyson bit his ear, and he goes, "You bite when you're scared." That's when that happened. When you're scared, you bite.
That was the second fight.
The
first fight, Holyfield just TKO'd him. Yeah.
Wait, was that Holyfield Tyson? I thought that was Holyfield Tyson 1.
No, the first one.
I don't trust Brian anymore or my memory. So somebody look that up.
I'm on this.
It was part fight 2 is where the ear got bit.
Where the ear got bit, yeah. So bit him twice, as Mills.
He bit both of those ears, and it bit him twice. it was awful. I was like, I said, this is going downhill quickly.
All right. Enough boxing. Let's talk about the movie of the moment, the flop of the hour, Supergirl. 3 of the 4 of us have seen it. Quinn has not seen it. Quinn does not care about spoilers.
No.
So we're going to spoil it, but we're not going to spoil it to start. We will just talk about it. So I don't even know where to begin. Bolo, you just saw it. You just left.
Literally just left the theater a couple hours ago.
Can you give the people a quick rundown of what it is, without really your opinions on it, just the story of it?
Yeah, the story of it is, Supergirl kind of finding herself. It's that thing where she's off planet. I mean, to sum it up for me, really, it's Supergirl meets Mad Max. And she's they play the reluctant superhero trope throughout this picture, and
it is supposed to be True Grit in space.
Yeah, it feels. It is that. You know what I mean? And she
that's
finds
that's literally
what it is. That's what the comic is True Grit in space. It's basic. It's loosely based on the Woman of Tomorrow. Comic, and I will say this. I liked it. It would have been better as a streaming show, which is not something I say very often, but I think it would have been better served as being a streaming series, like a 6-episode streaming series, where they could have given it a little bit more room to breathe. I think that there's another better Supergirl movie that they could have told, which maybe we don't need an origin story for Supergirl, but I would say that all the flashback stuff was really good.
Yeah, all that stuff served the character, character well. It's like I don't need a full-fledged, how she came to be. Like that, those flashbacks sum that up for me.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I'm good with that. And my whole thing is, if you saw the Supergirl from Helen Slater to the TV series, you're good. You're caught up on Supergirl.
Yeah, but how many people have seen that movie? That movie's 40 fucking years old.
Yeah, and the other one's on the CW.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much. Look,
but there's still a fan base for that character.
Well, apparently there ain't, because nobody's seeing the movie. It's flopping worse than any superhero movie in the last 5 years. So,
I heard it made 68 million worldwide or something like that. Did you guys send that?
Yeah, awful.
Yeah.
So
that's bad.
The basic gist of the movie is that it follows Kara, who she was, unlike Superman, was old enough to remember life, not necessarily on Krypton, but on the floating city of Argo, which escaped from Krypton right as it exploded. She was born on Argo City. The city itself is toxic because there's kryptonite in the soil. So her parents send her to Earth. So she's old enough to remember all of that. And as a coping mechanism, she likes to get drunk. And in order to get drunk, she has to go to planets where there's a red sun, because the yellow sun of Earth is what gives Supergirl and Superman their powers. The red sun just makes them essentially human. Although she takes a beating that most humans wouldn't take on a red sun planet. And also does some things on the red sun planet that a human wouldn't be able to do. And it follows her. She teams up with a young girl named Ruthie, whose parents are killed by a brigand by the name of Creme de Minth.
Space pirate.
Yeah. Basically she sort of takes the mantle of protecting this girl who's out for revenge and trying to also convince her that maybe revenge isn't the best thing. And her real reason for doing all this is because her dog Crypto, who she found who was her pet on Argo City, and is her last sort of link to her old life, is shot with a poison arrow by this guy, and she has basically 72 hours to find the antidote, which this guy conveniently carries around his neck.
So fucking dumb.
A chain on his neck. And that's the gist of the story right there. So having said that, we can go and give our sort of thoughts on that. Dutch, I'll let you go first. What do you think of the movie, Dutch?
Oh God, a lot of conflict in me because some of the changes that were made from the Woman of Tomorrow comic, I really didn't think were for the betterment of the film. It also strikes me, I think this movie feels like post-production was chaos on it, and it feels like this could have and should have been a little bit longer. And there was there was a desire to get it under 2 hours, and because some of the pacing and editing choices I found a little bit strange. The pieces were there for it to be really great. I think there's some really cool production design. Millie Alcock was fabulous. She's fantastic in the role. I cannot wait to see her in Man of Tomorrow, and I think she'll do well in that movie because all the best scenes in the movie, spoilers, were the ones with Superman. So and we all know that Superman is in the movie. That's not exactly a spoiler.
No, spoilers again, but not really. Lobo's in it. What'd you think of his scenes? Well, everybody knows Lobo's in it. So
when Lobo was in the film, I thought he was great. I mean, it was a no-brainer, obviously, to finally give Jason Momoa the role that he was born to play.
There was
Did they give an origin for him?
No,
because I don't know that he's a character that non-comic fans would recognize.
Yeah, but I
There's
don't
no
think he
reason
needs
for
an
him to even be
origin.
in the movie. There's no reason for him to be in the movie.
There really
I mean,
isn't. He's not.
He's good in it, but completely unnecessary for him to be in the movie.
Irrelevant.
He feels a little shoehorned in.
Oh yeah.
If you took him out of the movie, the plot would not fundamentally change whatsoever.
No.
Yeah.
And I felt that the villain sucked. And again, another change that was made from the source material was, I mean, in Woman of Tomorrow, Creme of Yellow Hills is a regular-ish looking dude, like a very buff dude, but he's got like a beard and like sort of longish hair. Actually, you know who would have been a great Creme with reddish hair? Would have been Henry Cavill, believe it or not. Like it's but no, and they made them into like these sort of bedazzled like leftovers from the J.J. Abrams Star Trek films, and I'm like, what is going on? And I couldn't stand the way that the villain was performed and like written. It was just so hammy and then just like I couldn't take it. But Millie Alcock was great. She carries the film. She's so earnest in her performance. Like you actually believe her character. I mean, like for what they were going for with this version of Supergirl, she was, I think, perfect for the role. I really loved. You could tell she actually put some thought into her movements as Supergirl. Like when she goes to fly, like she does this cool thing where like she flares her arms and like just really cool little details like that were awesome. Wish she would have. Oh no, I can't say any spoilers. Okay,
we'll do spoilers after everybody gives their opening thoughts. So, but she deserves a better movie than this. But
she did, and
I don't necessarily agree with your overall take on it. I don't think.
Okay,
because I don't think it was as bad as you do. I don't think it was great by any stretch. You know what I mean? But
I didn't think it was terrible. I thought it was, at best, it was fine. You know,
yeah, it was like I enjoyed it for what it was. It definitely could have been more. That's why I said it. I think it could have been streaming, and it probably would have been a little more fleshed out with certain things. She's great. The villain was generic space pirate, just like Quinn said.
Space pirates,
just like Quinn said. The trailer looked like just generic space pirates. Most of the locations looked the same, just a gray room or a brown room or a brown landscape or a
field or
the fights, there's no real. A lot of the fights they have to nerf her because obviously she would just wipe the floor with people. So they either have to have her somewhere where she doesn't have her powers, or they have to have something take her powers away until she suddenly gets her powers back, and then she wins the fight.
Worked for Hulk
funny
Hogan.
enough, are we in spoiler territory yet?
Not yet. God, you cannot wait to spoil this fucking movie. The Lobo stuff is unnecessary. He just shows up. She kind of says, "Oh, don't look at him. That's Lobo. He's bad guy Lobo." Like, bro, you're Supergirl. I don't know why you're worried about Lobo, but okay. And then he disappears. And then when Ruthie is captured by the pirates, Lobo's just in a cell next to her for no reason given, no reason why.
These are spoilers.
Are we in spoiler territory or not?
That's not a spoiler.
Just walking through the plot.
That's not a spoiler.
Dude, because I said the same thing. I'm like, wait, he's just captured along with her? How? When?
Yeah, how was he just captured? Yeah, I don't know.
And then he makes it seem like he got himself captured. I'm like, all this happened off screen.
Yeah. And then, some of in the typical James Gunn style, some of the music drops are just they're misplaced. One in particular is really out of place, which is that slowed down version of that Jimmy Eat World song. Like, what are we doing here during a fight? When you have Catch These Fists in your soundtrack and it's not played during a fight scene, I don't understand that one. But all right, Bolo, if you can do it without spoilers, what are your thoughts on the movie?
My thoughts are, I think I like this is equally or a little bit more than Superman. Essentially, I say this because
Bolo, you never disappoint. I love it.
Hang on, Bolo. Bolo, hang on. Bolo, hang on. I think I agree with you.
But let me just throw my points out there. Dutch is done.
Dutch I'm sure just threw his headset.
Supergirl in this movie is, I think she's cast very well. I think she does a great job with this character. And I think the other girl, it's more so her story than Supergirl's story. So we're not beating over the head with Supergirl, trying to establish her character.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the fight scenes and not only the fight scenes, but the flight scenes using her abilities.
Her fighting technique was cool as hell, I thought.
Yes, it was. It was almost like watching an aerodynamic kung fu, like it's almost like, am I watching Batgirl and the Supergirl costume get down?
Ooh.
You know what I mean? It felt like that. You know what I mean?
She feels like a much better fighter than Superman. Like a much better fighter than Superman.
Way better.
Yeah.
Way better. And that's the thing I was just like, and that's what I liked about her, because she's not just throwing punches, she's doing kicks, she's doing Mortal Kombat uppercuts.
Yeah.
So would you say she's like an anti-hero, or is she like a straight hero?
She's
a hero. Yeah.
She plays the trope very well of reluctant hero, because she honestly, she doesn't want to, it feels like she doesn't want to do this.
So it's like a Logan, where he has to take care of the little girl.
Yeah. It's that, like, she tries to get away from it, but she's pulled into it.
Right.
Because of the connection to the Space Pirate guy not only killed this girl's.
I feel like these are a lot of spoilers,
family.
but go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. But he shoots. There's a connection.
All right, hang on. Here we go.
Dutch still hasn't recovered, by the way.
It's spoilers. We're just gonna do spoilers. Spoilers.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
You should put that right in front of this whole conversation.
What are we gonna do? Okay, go on, Bolo.
So the connection between Supergirl becoming the hero is because for this girl and helping this girl, which he really didn't want to do, is based off of the same space pirate who killed this girl's parents, shot Crypto, and Crypto now has 72 hours to live before he's overcome by this poisonous dart that he was shot with.
Yeah.
So that's the connection for those two to be on this journey together, so to speak. But again, Supergirl, she feels like to me, it feels like, again, reluctancy. She doesn't want to do it, but she also has to save Crypto.
Yeah, and she's like I said, her fight scenes I think are really well done.
Yes, she's very capable.
The techniques and things that she does in her fight scenes are really cool.
Fantastic.
Her origin stuff is fun. It's interesting to note that they really lean into it, and I bet you, Dutch, you hate this. They really lean into Superman's parents sent him to Earth to straight up conquer Earth and become a god. They explicitly, her parents explicitly say, my brother sent Kal-El to Earth to be a god, and they explicitly have a scene with Kara's mom telling her, we're going to send you to this place, and you don't always have to be nice, and you don't always have to be, you can be impatient, you can do this, that, but always at the end of the day, be good. So that is an interesting dynamic that I thought that would turn out that Lex was playing a joke on Superman or tricking Superman into thinking his parents were evil. No, his parents were Kryptonian space Nazis. So
I hate that, but
so yeah, but the stuff with Superman in it, he's awesome, dude. He's great in this. That dude, David Cornsweet, is the perfect. He plays Superman so well. He's so good as Superman
in this one.
Yeah, and just in general. I mean, he's just a great.
I thought he was mediocre in the last one. I told you.
No, I think he's just a really good Superman.
He's growing into it.
Fucking.
Disagree.
He's growing into it. I feel he's becoming my Superman. And don't get me wrong, I was still march and beat the drum for Henry Cavill, but this guy is he's becoming more likable, and there's
I
a
like
good connection between him and Carr. Like he's trying to be a mentor, but not push it at the same time, and he's trying to help her feel connected to Earth.
Yeah,
I do like him better than Cavill. I'll say that. I like Henry Cavill, the actor. I did not like the character in Zack Snyder's hands, and I like this guy better. But he's no Christopher Reeve, man. He's just doesn't have the presence. Right. He doesn't have the gravitas.
He's very good. I'll say he's very good in this. And my problem as the movie went on, my biggest problem with this as the movie went on, was her whole thing of like, you can't kill this guy. It was the same thing with Daredevil, this last season of Daredevil, where you're like, why doesn't he just fucking kill Wilson Fisk? You know what I mean? We discussed it, where him and Karen argue, and he's like, you can't kill him, blah, blah. Like, why the hell not? And she does this to this girl. The girl's like, dude, he killed my family. I want to kill him. And she's like, no, you can't do that because a part of you will never be the same.
You'll be just like him.
Yeah, maybe that's true. And maybe that's true. But at the end of the day, I was always like, this is annoying. I don't understand why she's doing this. I will say, so you get the feeling every time she's fighting this dude and his minions that she's kind of pulling her punches until she's not. And then when she fucking finally unleashes at the end, she just fucking wrecks shop. And it is so rad. She ragdolls this dude. She ragdolls this dude so bad that it's just like, fuck yes. And then much to Dutch's chagrin, because this girl has this homemade sword that her dad made. So Kara has the sword, Supergirl has the sword, and the guy's on the ground, and she's like, she's.
But wait a minute, back up a little bit. Kara implicitly says, "You're not going to feel better if you do this. This will haunt you." She gives her this speech of regret.
Yeah, you'll regret it for the rest of your life. It'll haunt you. Yeah.
Oh, it'll haunt you in your dreams.
Supergirl has the sword. Supergirl has the sword. And she says, this is for my dog. And she stabs the dude in the gut. And then she's like, I'm not going to let him kill you. Or so, I'm not going to let her kill you. And he's basically like, well, then she'll never be safe for me, blah, blah, blah. And so then she says, and this is for what did her family. And she stabs the dude in the throat. And I was like, fuck yes. That is awesome. Good. So Dutch, I know you feel differently. But, dude, I was so happy that she killed that dude. Like, good. Kill him. Obviously, she was killing his minions when she was Supergirl kicking them in the face, and they were flying 100 yards.
Yeah, there's no way those guys survived.
She probably killed 100 people prior to killing that guy. So good. So yeah,
she had no problem.
And I like that. That was a cool arc for her. She took that girl's pain and took it on herself and killed the dude. I thought that was cool. She saved that girl from having to do it herself. I thought it was awesome. Good. Bolo, what do you give it?
I've just been so
Here's
quiet.
The thing. I didn't think she was going to ram him in the throat. I was surprised.
So was I.
I was surprised, and then I was like, good on her.
Yeah, that's how I felt.
Because again, Brian, you said it perfectly. She took that upon herself to take that pain that girl would have had and put it on herself.
Yeah,
she owned it. She owned it.
I agree. I thought it was good.
And I get behind that.
Yeah.
And again, this wasn't a character that, okay, where are we going to put him? There's no, he's an all-powerful being.
In the comics, she puts him in the Phantom Zone.
Okay.
So he eventually gets out and is sad about what he's done and apologizes.
Okay. But also here's the thing. She didn't have the Phantom Zone device to zap him in there. So guess what? He gets rammed in the throat and we call it a day.
Yeah.
That makes it worse that if she put him in the Phantom Zone, he would have reformed himself. Could apologize.
Yeah, well, he's in there for hundreds of years, so yeah.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, at least
he's alive.
I guess. Yeah.
But guess what? We can move on to a better villain for Supergirl and Supergirl 2 if it ever gets made.
I thought
not at 68 million.
Go ahead, Dutch. I know you have steam shooting out of yours, so go ahead.
He's just taking it all in.
I know.
I swear to God. Okay. You know why she didn't have the Phantom Zone zapper, as you call it? Because they didn't write her to have it. You could have easily done that.
Yeah.
You should have sent him to the damn Phantom Zone.
Yeah.
It made no sense.
Hey,
There's no character arc there for her just stabbing the motherfucker through his neck. There's no character arc.
What bothers me about that is there's somebody making these movies that goes, the Phantom Zone thing's stupid. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. And then
You know
the
what
other
I mean?
thing is, hey,
That's what
Superman animated series, Superman had a miniature Phantom Zone gun to zap.
It's quite literally the whole point of the Phantom Zone.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, if she had had
listen,
it and didn't use it, it would have bothered me more. But she didn't have it, so it doesn't bother me.
Hey, you know what she had? She had a sword.
Yeah, she did have that.
And she used it very well twice.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, like the first stab, I was like, all right, cool, make him hurt. And then
I would have actually been okay if she heat visioned his face off. I thought that would have been.
Oh yeah, make his face a metal plate. That would have been cool.
I will say this too: anytime she uses her heat vision, fucking rad.
It's
I'm
better.
not, like, her,
Yep. She
powers-
looks.
dude. Her
Ryan, are you
powers
trying to
were-
bring Rad back?
Don't
No,
say
but
it.
dude, her
Don't
powers
say it.
were good, dude. I
Don't say it,
really,
Polo, please.
I really liked. I really liked all of the action scenes with her. I thought they were all well done.
Now I want to see it. I had zero interest before, but now I want to see it.
Actually now see. Here's the thing. I have to interject because I will agree that yes, every scene of her kicking ass was great.
She really kicks ass. It's really good.
And it's good to the point because she's not using the same restraints as Superman. Superman is trying not to damage the
Superman
world.
knows how to beat people without killing them.
This is true.
Yeah,
Supergirl doesn't have to worry about that restraint in this visual, and it works for her
like
perfectly.
like in Superman when he's like, "Let's not kill this giant monster." Supergirl would have fucking flown right through that goddamn thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and I think we're going to see some of that in Man of Tomorrow, where
No,
Well,
I
that
don't
sets
think
up
so.
some conflict then, yeah.
I think by the end of the movie though, she goes, she has a long conversation with Clark in his apartment, and she's like, I'm going to stay here now for a while, and I think I'm going to stay here. And I do think that some of her tendencies will probably I don't think she's going to like be killing.
Meantime, there's still intergalactic sex traffickers out there, but she's going to stay on Earth.
Well, I think she took care of most of them,
And that was a whole nother fucking aspect of this movie that I fucking hated, because it just seemed like every single time she saved these I guess they called them brides, right?
Yeah, the brides, yeah.
It was always because she just happened to be there.
Yeah.
And she just saved them because, okay, well, I'm here, so I might as well. There was never like, because she saves a bunch on that one planet, and then motherfucker goes and kills the family and their daughter that you remember when they poisoned her to try to make the trade?
Yeah.
She just gets killed anyway.
Yeah.
like Jesus, like
Oh,
and then the best part of the whole fucking thing, well, not the best part, but during that ending battle, I'm thinking once Lobo he's in there, he gets the Space Hog back, he's going to join the fight and kick ass with her. No, he poochies out.
Yeah,
he poochies the fuck out. He's gone for the whole damn thing.
Well, he dropped a bunch of grenades.
Pops up at the end to watch her stab the motherfucker through the throat and just laughs and drives away.
Yeah,
he poochied out, man.
Well, he was kind of responsible for bringing down their whole mothership because he drops all those bombs on it.
Yeah, but I was like, why is he not joining her and like just taking these mother effers down and just? Well, because I feel like Lobo would have fun doing that.
Yeah,
but technically he did though. Like like you said, he was responsible for taking down most of the ship. He had grenades. He threw them all over the ship. The ship crashed into a mountain.
Then he's like, peace.
Yeah. He's like,
because he was
didn't
there.
have to do any more after that.
There to collect that one dude's head. He wasn't really there for any of.
Yeah, he was there for his bounty.
Yeah, he was there for the bounty, and
I'm just like, what the hell was the point of having? If you're not going to have Lobo really get in there, and like, what was the point of having him in the damn movie?
Oh, I agree. Him being in the movie could have easily been ignored. There was no other than being like, let's introduce Lobo and Jason Momoa would be good as Lobo. I don't think that it added anything to the movie having him there. I don't think it hurt the movie having him there. But I don't really think it added a whole lot to the movie. So, movie looks like it's going to flop. It'll probably be streaming in a month. It doesn't, I don't think it deserves to flop. I think some of the reviews I've read are really, really being sort of harsh and I don't really understand why, because it is not as bad as, the reviews would lead you to believe, and it is definitely not as bad as the box office would lead you to believe. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I haven't sat down and like thought it over deeply, but honestly, it's a perfectly fine superhero movie. It's just as good as a lot of the B tier Marvel movies. I would give it, I think I gave Superman a 7.5 last year. I'm going to say this is a 7.5. I think it was perfectly fine. I enjoyed my hour and a half at the movies, and it was fine. And I love her as Supergirl, and I look forward to seeing more stuff with her in it. So what do you give it, Bolo?
I'd give it an 8.
Right.
I give it an 8 out of 10 Van Helsings. I feel this is right up there with Superman, if not better. Honestly, I really enjoyed this movie.
Touch wants to die.
I really did.
Touch what you give.
Because I'm with you when I say I don't think it's as bad as some of the reviews have been. I don't think it deserves to flop either. I'm certainly not happy that it's doing as bad as it's doing, because I don't want this. I want this universe to actually have a chance, and I really worry about
there's a lot riding on Clayface in October. Let me tell you.
Well, there's a lot riding on Man of Tomorrow has to fucking be a huge hit next year, because if Man of Tomorrow, because Superman did good, it did solid business. It didn't do spectacular business, but it didn't need to. It was a solid start to another reboot of a character that we've seen rebooted twice in the last 20 years. And
do you think it's a mistake doing a Superman movie, a Supergirl movie, and a Superman movie? Do you think they should have done a Superman movie, then maybe a Wonder Woman, or a Batman, or?
Man, that's.
I feel like Batman's going to have to save the James Gunn universe at some point.
I'm not even sure, but yeah, dude. Listen, I'm legit worried that there's going to be audience kind of confusion and fatigue if there's two Batman.
Yeah, I do too.
There.
But
that's why come on, make Pattinson the freaking DCU Batman. It could work. It could work.
I think it could work.
I honestly don't know. Bringing in Wonder Woman as quickly as again, and a new. They rebooted Batman how many freaking times? But I don't know, man. I think Supergirl could have just been a better film. If you were to ask me how many Van Helsings I give it, I would probably generously give it maybe 5.5. Okay. Maybe on a good day, I'd give it maybe 6. But I
was thinking 6 right off the bat, so I'm glad you said that.
I did, because again, I don't hate it, nor do I think it's fucking terrible or anything like that. But it's just not a movie that I want to Superman. I wanted to go back and see again. I don't really want to see this movie again, and it's but I do feel like there were pieces, there were things there, and there was so many things that could have really elevated this to a different level. And I like her a lot, but I think I'm interested to see how she is received as a supporting character in Man of Tomorrow, as opposed to the lead in her own film.
I think if she was a supporting character prior to this film might have done better. I think what you said earlier, which was if the film was better, it would do better. I don't think I agree with that, because 2 weeks ago it was already tracking to only do 40 to 50 million opening weekend, which isn't good. And that's a whole other discussion of well, if it doesn't do good in its opening weekend, that's the end of that. And the same thing happened with the Masters of the Universe movie, which I thought was really good and deserved to do better than it did. And again, well, it didn't do good in its opening weekend. So, but as the week went on, the following week, things I was seeing online with Masters of the Universe was that people were going to seeing it and liking it, but it doesn't matter. It's too late because it's going to be out of theaters in 3 weeks anyway. The same thing's going to happen with this movie. Word of mouth for this movie could make it have longevity, but it won't have longevity because they're just going to pull it out of theaters in 3 weeks anyway. It's already going up against Minions this week.
Yes, it was sandwiched between Toy Story and Minions, so it's like
you have the Odyssey coming out in 2 weeks. Like it's done. It's dead. It's done. There, so it's unfortunate. I want this DC. I want James Gunn's universe to succeed. Same. I think James Gunn needs to do a few things. I think the strategy of making the movies that James Gunn thinks will be cool might not necessarily be the smartest strategy because James Gunn.
That's what I've been saying for years.
You know what I mean? I think James Gunn is a smart guy, but I think being like, I really want a Gorilla Grodd movie next might not be the smartest thing to do. Starting the universe. Well, essentially, it started with Creature Commandos, but earnestly starting it with Superman was the right decision. Yeah, it was. I agree. It was.
That should have been the start. Superman should be the absolute benchmark start of any kind of universe like that. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how Lanterns plays out. That's kind of like I'm a little bit wondering how that's going to turn out based on the trailers I've seen. But
would you say Suicide Squad is the real start?
Maybe
because it's the same tone.
It is, and it's technically and it's in I guess that's in universe with this film. And it kind of fits in universe with these films. I would say it's probably realistically Superman. And look, like the MCU started with Iron Man, which was a huge hit, but then we got Hulk, the Incredible Hulk, which isn't not great by any stretch of a movie. It's not a great. I prefer this. If you put these two movies in front of me, Supergirl and Hulk, I'm picking Supergirl every time. And the funny thing is I like the Hulk movie. I like it here, but I'm still going to watch Supergirl over it. And then what was it? Captain America, which didn't blow the doors off. Then it was Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2 was after Iron Man 2, which isn't nearly as good as the first Iron Man. Then it was
loved
Thor, which was the shockingly good one of the bunch.
Well, I actually like the first Thor. Thor
I do too.
All of us did.
Yeah, Thor and the first Avenger came out the same year. They both came out in 2011.
It really wasn't an established massive thing until Avengers came out.
No, they were investment films.
Yeah, they were also.
But it was also at a time when that had yet to be done like that.
And they were also huge hits.
The shared universe. The shared universe and all that is kind of like I'm wondering if superhero fatigue really is a real thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it kind of is. Because we're not 20 years ago, and
the novelty of having two of them in the same movie is done.
Yes, and whatever. And I'll tell you what. I mean, I the same with like what Batman versus Superman did. Like, oh my God, we're gonna finally get Batman and Superman in the same movie. Something that could have and should have happened decades ago.
Yeah,
finally happened, and it was a complete trash fire, in my opinion. And so I'm wondering what that's going to look like in James Gunn's universe when those two finally come together. Is it going to be kind of like, is it going to be a special moment, or is it going to just be like,
yeah, another team up.
Yeah, I'm just like, I want it to be special. I want it to be great. I really do.
Yeah. So ultimately, at the end of the day, this movie was fine. It's a shame that, like I said, it's a shame that it's flopping the way it is because it does deserve a little better. It's not great by any stretch, but I think I liked Masters of the Universe more. But it's similar to that in that there's nothing about it that's like this is bad and deserves to do bad. It's just doing bad. So it is it is what it is.
My whole thing is everybody who went to see Superman should go out and support this movie.
Well, I mean, she's just not as popular, and that's the.
But still, it's universe.
And we're not in that. Yeah, but we're not in that era anymore where every single super movie is just gonna do gangbusters. It's just
it's not
the reality anymore.
It hasn't gotten established like during the Infinity Saga, man. It was like every single movie was an event. You had to go see it. You had to go see what was going to happen next. And this doesn't really have that yet. I mean, the stakes aren't quite there.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right, and don't get me wrong, they're not really building. James Gunn even said it, they're not building towards something like that. They're trying to make singular good movies, and that should be the focus.
But you could do both.
Yeah,
You know,
I
You could do
agree
both.
with that, but unfortunately, that's not happening.
yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Also, Crypto's a dumb name for a Kryptonian dog. I'm just throwing that out there.
You stop that right now. Stop it.
He's a,
It's true.
Stop it.
He's from Krypton. His name's Crypto. It's like having a
What the
dog
hell?
named Earthy.
You know what? I'm gonna get a dog and name him Earthy or Eartho.
You should.
Whatever.
Eartho. Eartho Kid.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's wrong?
I'm all in on
cat named
Eartho.
The cat, name it Eartho Kit.
You watch.
So
You
dumb.
watch. I'm gonna be like, yo, Eartho, come here, baby.
So dumb.
God.
Uh,
So great. So great.
All right, so
Love it.
that's I did have some back in the day, but maybe I'll save it for the next episode, even though it's more June oriented, because this month was kind of a mess, and this episode's ran long as it is.
Yeah.
So I don't really have anything specifically for July, although I'm sure there are some interesting July anniversaries that we can get into. I will.
The world is your oyster, Brian. You didn't even realize Mel Brooks turned 100.
I know
yesterday.
that's true.
No,
Well,
you're
I
just
know
trying it. Like,
you really
you
want to
can't stop yourself.
I don't know. Did Mel Brooks do something personally to you? I
this
don't
is
understand.
tantamount to murder right now.
Yeah.
Wait,
but
what
we
are
do
you
have-
talking about? Mel Brooks is a legend. That's what.
There he
I know,
goes.
yeah.
Yeah.
We do have some fun stuff for August. The Fly has an August anniversary, and also
Oh, Nick.
Howard the Duck has an August anniversary.
Oh dear God.
And I would be down to rewatch Howard the Duck.
Howard.
the
I don't know if I can watch Howard the Duck
I haven't seen
again.
that in a long
That's the
time.
first flop that I can remember.
Yeah,
Oh,
me
God.
too. And I remember watching it when it premiered on HBO.
Yeah, that's
We
where I saw
all,
it.
I remember it was like a big deal. Like my parents got
I
pizza.
saw it in the theater.
It was like a whole bit. Oh, did you really? Wow.
Yeah.
So maybe
How
that'll
did they
be
feel when
August.
how did they feel when she pulled his little condom
His
out?
condom out, yeah. That was I didn't know. I remember the duck boobs more than I remember the duck condom. So
Yeah, I don't remember the duck condom at all.
yeah. Oh yeah, she finds it in his wallet when he's like passed out asleep.
I haven't seen it since I saw it in the theater. So
Yeah, it's something. But anyway, thanks everyone for listening. We were all over the place this episode. But thanks for listening. Give us a 5-star review on whatever you listen to. And we will catch you in a couple of weeks. Bye-bye.
Superman Returns turned 20 yesterday. You know.
Boom.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that next episode. Honestly, I think maybe I don't know. I
I'll
feel like
definitely watch that.
I don't know how much
I'll rewatch it.
Superman as Supergirl has taught us. I don't know how much super person content we can have before it's just too much. But yeah, Superman Returns did in fact turn 20, and in that movie there is a person.
Well, my disgustingness is my best feature.
that's
There's
That's
a person
Brian's
who's turned out to be
problematic
not so
mix.
nice. Yeah, there is a person who's a bit problematic in that movie, but we don't have time for
Oh,
that
yeah.
now because the show's over. Goodbye.
Hey, by the way, Mel Brooks turned 100.
cool.
Can't believe this. Where's pop culture?